What's going on? Welcome to Asian Cosell. So we got one by Mix Hoop here, and yeah, this is Caitlin Clark gives a huge update when she will return from injury. So maybe maybe Tuesday. I know she's not going to be with the Chicago Sky game, but we'll see about that. So let's hear from Mix Hoops and let's see this interview from Caitlin Clark.
We're going to be talking about the Caitlin Clark stuff, and we're about 40 minutes late to this. And I want to apologize to you guys for slacking. Unfortunately, I have my driving test tomorrow morning, and I have to prep. I had to practice for that. So, yes, make all the jokes you want in the comment section below. Make all the jokes you guys want in the comment section below. Oh, he's 47 years old and can't drive. And I don't care. I don't care. But anyway, let's talk about the whole Caitlin Clark situation.
Excited to get back out there eventually, but yeah.
This is the first time you've been out for an extended period, I think, in your college and pro career.
I love when they say it's the first time you've been out for an extended period. It's been 10 days.
What has that been like mentally for you?
I think it's been different. I think just having good perspective is the best way to approach it. Like, yeah, you can be frustrated and whatnot, but I think the medical team has done a really good job of, doing my rehab every single day, staying in a routine, coming in, getting shots up. But more than anything, I think just focusing on being a really good teammate, being there for my teammates.
One thing I will say is, like, she's not practiced 5v5 yet. So that is something.
Being a voice for them, because that's what I am when I'm playing. So you got to still be that consistent voice when I'm sitting on the bench. So I try to do that as much as I can for them. And just try to be there for them, I think, has been my focus. And I think that can kind of distract you from not actually playing, is when you just focus on your teammates and, how can I serve them and help them.
I just talked about this being a good opportunity for you to learn from the bench and learn with the coaching staff sitting by them at games. Just what have you learned from that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a unique perspective, when you're out there playing and actually in the heat of the moment, you don't always realize everything. You don't always see everything. You see things from a different perspective that maybe the coaching staff didn't see. So it's certainly different. So I'm trying to.
I love how she made sure to say, see things from a different perspective the coaching staff didn't see. Yeah.
Kind of be that connector between the coaches and then my teammates at the same time, whether, that's in the locker room at halftime, whether that's during timeouts of, things I see from the bench that maybe might be a little bit different of a perspective than maybe our point guard is seeing, or, anybody on the floor is seeing.
Yeah, and I've even noticed, because she is on the bench. Yeah, her and Sophie, they actually have a notepad and a pen, so they're taking notes during the game. So, yeah, we're just seeing because I've never seen that as much from the players' perspective, like, really like getting into it, writing down stuff they see and writing down what they need to do. So, yeah.
But yeah, I think it's taught me a lot. I've never been in that position before of like actually getting to watch from the bench for an extended period of time. So I think you can learn the game of basketball just the same amount. It's like the same as like, you turn on the TV and watch the NBA or you watch other WNBA games. Like that's the best way to learn basketball, is like just watch and absorb it. And it's the same when, I'm not active too.
What are the next steps for you to work your way back? Is there a certain threshold you're looking to reach, a certain time you're going to be reevaluated?
Yeah, I'll be reevaluated this weekend, so I'll miss this weekend's game. But after that, it's, day by day and see how I feel and just kind of turn to the medical staff and what they think. But I feel like I've made a lot of progress and I feel good, and, not going to rush coming back. It's just not worth it. But
yeah, if she says not going to rush coming back and she's being reevaluated the weekend, she's not playing that Atlanta Dream game. She is not playing the Atlanta Dream game. If we're going to be honest, like, she's not playing the Atlanta Dream game.
Yeah, after this weekend, I'll be reevaluated.
Yeah, and I don't even have her penciled in for the Atlanta Dream game. So, yeah, I'm maybe expecting maybe the 18th or the 7th. It's 17th in the U.S. Maybe that's when she'll be back, but that's even iffy. So, yeah, we'll have to see.
And we'll have a better idea of when I'll return.
Could Tuesday be a possibility, or?
We'll see. I think, we're trying not to put like an exact date out there because it is kind of a day by day thing and see how I feel. And, this type of injury, like you don't know when I wake up, I'll feel, different than the day before, and we'll see. It could be a possibility, but I could also not be available for that game too.
Caitlin, just in life itself, how patient are you?
Not a very patient person, no.
How is this kind of tested that?
Yeah, I think it's an opportunity to grow, right? Just try to approach it in the best way I can. It's certainly weird. I think at times the hardest part is like just not being able to be involved in practice. Like I love practice. Not a ton of people always enjoy like coming to practice every single.
We're talking about practice, not the game, not the injury that's keeping her out of the game. We're talking about practice, man. Practice.
Oh, God.
Not the game. Not a game that she lives and dies for and plays every game like it's her last. We talking about practice, man.
But that's something I like really enjoy. Like I really enjoy coming out here and like competing every single day with my teammates. Like that's probably honestly what I miss most. Obviously I miss the games. That goes for anybody that's ever hurt, but like I love practice. I love getting better. So I think that's just kind of been the time for me to like really find some patience, and I've never been a patient person my entire life. So this has definitely tested me a little bit, but I think it's going to be really good for me. And like I said, I've just tried to approach it in the best way I possibly can. I can't change it. And,
Caitlin Clark is this like, I'll use the word workaholic. I mean that in a good way. She's a workaholic when she's missed 10 days and she seems to be losing her mind.
But yeah, I think my patience has definitely grown a lot. And like I said, just trying to grow and learn. And I think I've certainly done that.
Is this an injury that happened during a game or anything, or is it just something that was lingering that popped up? Or?
It happened in the Liberty game. Yeah.
Happened in the Liberty game. Yeah, I don't believe that. She looked 60% in the Liberty game. She looked no better against the Atlanta Dream. And there's no way it happened in the Liberty game. Unless.
Yeah, especially if you were missing like 11 3-point shots in a row that Caitlin usually nails. At least, even if on her bad day, she would at least nail 30% of it. So I was wondering about that with those 11 missed shots from 3-point land. So, but yeah.
Yes. Like, she looked so much better in the second half of the Liberty game as well. I just don't believe it. I just don't believe it.
Were you able to pinpoint the time in the Liberty game that happened, or you were just?
No, definitely early in the game, but I couldn't tell you the exact play something occurred on, and could have occurred over the course of the game too. And then obviously adrenaline like covers up a lot of stuff when you're in the heat of battle. And
I mean it. If she did only get hurt in the Liberty game and she was not injured in that Dream game, I would strongly question whether or not Caitlin has actually come out looking worse this year. Because let's be honest, like she didn't look right. She didn't look right for a game and a half coming up to that.
Yeah.
Realistically, yeah. She hasn't looked really right all year. Like the Sky game was the Sky game. They destroyed the Sky. Sky were terrible. But outside the Sky game, she hasn't looked right at all. She didn't look right in preseason. She hasn't looked right at all this year.
No.
이커머스로 돈은 빠르게 벌고 싶은데 AI는
What? You want to
힘들어하시는
earn money?
분들 주목하세요.
You can't
AI
earn money. No. So, yeah.
after the game, I had some pain, and then got an MRI, and that kind of gave me the result that I didn't want to see. But those type of things don't lie. So yeah.
Just watching the ups and downs the team's been through in the last few weeks. I mean, what have you seen from them, especially as they rallied?
Yeah, I think they've been really, really resilient. It's hard when your point guard goes out that controls a lot of the game, and people have kind of had to step into positions that maybe they haven't had. And I think just giving themselves grace. Like things aren't going to be perfect. We're kind of playing a little bit different than we would probably play if I had the ball in my hands. I thought we played a really great game. Our last game versus the Mystics, I thought we were really good. I thought we started to flow a little bit better on offense. We played with a little bit
Because Ari McDonald was there.
more pace. But it wasn't just offense. I thought we could have played a lot better defensively. So I think just those little areas.
Yeah, I like the pickup of Ari McDonald, that I followed in Australia, watching her play for the Perth Lynx. And then, of course, that she had one more free throw. She got in guarding Caitlin Clark. That was funny.
that we could have cleaned up that, whether I'm out there or not, like those are things that we could, do better and be better in. And Steph has really challenged them. And I thought we've had great intensity in our practices. So that's been, awesome to see. But I think everybody's kind of just stepped up and, adjusted to it. And yeah, I'm just really proud of them for staying resilient and really just battling, and happy we beat the Mystics, but now, focusing on Chicago and hopefully getting a win there too.
What have you seen from Erie kind of coming in on Sunday, having 2 days, and then
Yeah.
down Tuesday?
Well, I could tell before her first practice, she definitely watched some film. She knew exactly what we were doing on offense. She knew.
But yeah, it's an interesting one. I think there's a next to 0% chance. I think there's close to a 0% chance that we see. I really don't think there's a 0% chance we see Caitlin Clark on Tuesday. It just, for me, it just doesn't make any sense at all, for being honest. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it, lads. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And as always, thank you guys for watching me.
Okay, yeah, well, and shout out to Mixed Hoops. But yeah, I don't see Caitlin Clark coming back tomorrow against Chicago. Definitely not on Tuesday. Maybe the following Wednesday, but that is still iffy because I don't want her to really rush back if she's not ready. Even if the ticket prices have plummeted big time right now. It is showing right now with Caitlin Clark, not being present and playing. So a lot of the people are like, yeah, just gonna give my tickets away. I'm gonna come back in August where she should be fine. You hope, and hope they don't keep butchering her like last season. So yeah, it's just remain to be seen what's gonna happen. So yeah, so hopefully she'll be back as soon as she's healed 100%. All right, if any of you enjoyed any of this content, please give me the HKO special. Help the king out. Hit the like, subscribe, and comment. And wherever you are, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video.